screen, but I understand why they want to make it mandatory still. Because, boys, some want to put some youth on some man and not give them the father. And then the real father didn't even know so the youth exists. So it kind of wrong. It wrong in one sense. That you kind of wrong.
I mean, you're like, here, one, and at the end of the day, you choose to find out. I just say, go still, just take care of the next one youth. To answer that question there, with what going on in nowadays society and them female and my youth, and this jacket rate we have soared to new heights, but I know how go on. Me feel like say them can mandate it for your time. You see me? I just mandate it. You see me? Because the world now better and go on to some positivity in this. You see me?
I think so. I think it would have a very effective result, especially the fact that it's reckless behavior. And the point of a jacket, in my opinion, or how I see it, is that people choose to make this decision because they don't want to take responsibility for their actions. Why are we even doing that to our partners in the first place? You know what I mean? We need to protect our men, and we also need to protect just the futures of people, because when we have a child, it's a very, very permanent thing.
Make it be a choice, not to be mandatory. Suppose a man now I know say, yo, the youth and the youth and people. You know what I say? Make people live their life, man. Watch much TV, much excitement. Yeah.
So I believe it is a thing that should happen. I believe it's a step in the right direction.
I don't know, it seems kind of obvious to me, but if the man finds out the baby isn't his, he's going to feel deceived and then hurt the mother and the child anyway, either by abandoning them or actually hurting them. And then the biological father isn't there, so he's not going to help anyway. And then the next problem is, how much a paternity test even cost?
A paternity test should be compulsory.
Jacket them need father too, you know. Suppose the real father now want to take care of the baby. If you allow things make it be, man. My gosh.
Have a link on yourself in a time long, you start call my phone.
Yo, we have to love the Bridge Nation, though. We have to love the Bridge Nation. Very, very, very interesting points there. To me. And some people say, oh, make it mandatory. Some say, oh, no, give people a choice. I love it. I love the vibration. I love that the discussion is happening. And it's amazing. But we're going to continue our reasoning here tonight. I'm very excited, to see that I have these lovely guests with me. Firstly, wow, Mrs. Patricia Duncan-Sutherland, People's National Party Women's Movement President. When I heard that you'd be here, I just want to say first and foremost, thank you, and I'm really looking forward to some enlightenment, because I feel like so far my perspective has been a bit narrow, I guess, if you heard my monologue, so I'm looking forward to hearing a lot. So thank you.
And thanks for having me. I think we're going to have a nice discussion this evening.
Thank you.
Read the reasonings.
Yeah, I want to, so I forgot.
Yeah.
Also, Amaziyah, I hope I did his name justice. Amaziyah. He's a poet, an editor, a writer. But correct me if I'm wrong, one of your most important role, if not the most important, you're a father.
Precisely.
So enough respect and thank you for being here with me. Also, Amaziyah, I'm seeing you now. I don't know if your mic unmuted.
Okay, it wasn't on a while ago. I was just saying precisely, yes, father indeed, and you're right with all of the things that we were just a while ago. Writer, actor, artist, poet, the whole 9 yards, a creative being, so to speak.
Enough respect, man. Thank you for being here as well. Mrs. Duncan-Sutherland, let me just start quickly with the obvious thing. Should a paternity test be mandated at birth?
I don't think so. I think that the state doesn't have any business in people's bedrooms. I mean, if you choose a monogamous relationship, that's your choice. If you choose a polygamous relationship, that's your choice. And how that works out for the two of you in your relationship and how you deal with your trust is between two persons in a bedroom. And the idea that it was put forward as a way to solve the issue of domestic violence is quite ridiculous, because the issue of domestic violence is not that the woman has done something wrong. The issue of domestic violence is that the person who is committing violence, or the man has done something wrong, the person who is committing the act of violence does not understand how to control themselves and how to manage themselves in a situation where they either feel betrayed or feel angry.
Right. Well said. Amaziyah, same question to you. Your father, enough respect to you doing your thing. Would you have liked a paternity test to be mandatory when your child was born?
Well, I never had that reason because I don't know. I had a partner who I trust so very much then. We're not together now, but I never had an issue with her. But as it relates to how we see people in our society today, I would agree and say yes. It should be done because it shows in today's world people are not so trustworthy, and people be cheating here, there, and everywhere, and at the end of the day a man would want to know if that child is his indeed. So me support and say yes.
Well, my producers are asking though, Amaziyah, would you like it to be done right at the hospital though, as soon as the baby is delivered? Do you think that's ethical?
At the initial stage, whoa, whenever did I look on it like that, so right at the hospital. But me still gonna go with the same thing when me say yeah. Cause at the same time, a one will feel comfortable in himself. There are some men, because for me, if that was the case, not like me would have say, yo, me I go done with the BR, me I go just, not try help take care of the child, because it all depends upon what we had or what we have. You get what I say? So some people will look on the whole thing differently. It's the mindset of people. Their actions are triggered by them things. You get what I say? And sometimes it can be a rather shocking situation, but at the end of the day, me still I say yes, it should be done.
Right. Mrs. Duncan-Sutherland, I mentioned earlier in my monologue, and Amaziyah said it a while ago in some of his points, where he said, just in case, like in a situation where the woman has done the man wrong, cheating or whatever the case may be. I saw your face a while ago.
Right.
The question I'm asking is, are there any, I mentioned it in my monologue, are there any, I wouldn't say positive, but a lot of the reasons have been negative as to why a woman would lie to her partner and stuff like that?
Or maybe she didn't lie, maybe she doesn't know.
Oh, that's what I want to know. Are there any reasons apart from the traditional, she give bun and all that stuff, for reason for a woman to say, you know what, let me withhold this information?
Or most times I think they don't know. I don't think they in most cases it might be purposeful, but even if it is purposeful, let's just look at the statistics. But the ratio of men to women in the world is 1 to 1. So you see, if man I give bun, woman I give bun. Let's just be practical. So it's not a new situation where woman I give bun. Man and woman I give bun in all over the world from time immemorial. You understand? This is not a new situation. So if you choose a monogamous relationship with your partner, as I choose with mine, I choose to trust. The minute I'm not trusting, I'm going to leave that relationship. So having that paternity test mandatory at birth is almost like saying, if a woman is not monogamous in a relationship, and if there's a possibility of lack of monogamy, then something wrong with the woman. You know what I mean? And I don't believe so. I don't believe it would equal to something wrong with a woman. If you as a man do not trust, or you know that you have agreed to a polygamous relationship, because some people agree to polygamous relationships. I have some fancy words, I not even remember them, but I like, because you look like you're in foreign, you might remember them because you're in foreign and you're a poet and you're an artist. Because you look a rapper.
Yeah, me the New York, I'm really cold, even though me the inside. So, but here we go now, Patricia. As I hear you, elaborate on the topic. I'm from the Garrison community. I can tell you, me not disrespect the ghetto girl them, but me I tell you, say some of them do road, and when me say do road, them mean them from relationships.
I just watched a TikTok with a young lady talking about how the fact that she grew up as a girl who sleep around in her community, everything, and she don't know how other girls who used to do it, make them daughters come up to do it as well. So we know that those are realities, but it's not just in ghetto community, just so you know. Okay.
Yeah, we see it repeat here and everywhere, even in the States. I have even a short movie called Easter Bun. And it really talks about me couldn't find the bun to give my picnic them, but and neither my mom, but I could find it to give girl. And that girl take the same bun and I give her next man. While you don't know from me just could have find I'm getting $10,000 for the month, for the week, yeah. And every week when me get $10,000, I could have split it in a half. Thinking say me I do my best. And that's what the short movie talks about. And me giving her my half. She did want more. She find a man who just gave her 10 grand one time and she just give it up to him. After that, now him con her and him conning her, him just disappear like smoking thin air. Then after him gone, she move on to a next man. So sometimes it's and that is not just a show me just make for just talk about woman and give bun. It talks about what people are going through in our everyday lives, and sometimes that female sometimes get confused, and sometimes some of them spitefully, some of them no, and decide say, hey, me not give him because him not financially stable. So then
what about the man? What about the man in that situation who is also giving bun?
Yeah, he might give bun, but at the end of the day, remember, it's the female who are gonna get pregnant.
Yes.
So she should have make the whole effort to make sure that she protect herself, because when
no. Mm-hmm. So when man is having baby out there, why the man not wearing a condom?
When the man
not wearing a condom? And you should really be wearing a condom because diseases.
Precisely.
So everybody should be wearing a condom unless you're ready for a baby.
But
and then you have to check out the baby first.
So hold on, allow me to interject. So Mrs. Duncan-Sutherland.
Yes.
Who is this proposed compulsory thing protecting? Because is it protecting?
I don't know. The idea was to protect the woman from being beaten by the man, because then when them get the jacket, the man then want to beat the woman.
Not necessarily beat.
That will protect them. That was the purpose of the proposal in Parliament.
Yeah, right. Wait, what you think, Amaziyah? What you think?
Go again.
So I just want to know who is it protecting? Is it protecting just the man? Is it fair that it's only protecting the man and
I would not say just the man. I would say both, because I mean it everybody handle them situation different, and it both can hurt emotional wise, not just physical perspective. So I think both.
But I think actually it would be, if you're going to protect anybody, it more than likely is a child, if there's an issue with paternity with the child, or the child feeling betrayed, because the child would be the only person in that case who would have had no control over the situation whatsoever. It's only the child. But I'm just saying to you, if I'm a child and I grow up and I know you as my father and you as my mother, I love you as my father and my mother.
True.
Right? So that I'm not really looking for the DNA test. You understand? The DNA test only come into play now if I don't love you or you have not looked after me and we have not developed a bond, and I say like, who is my, or no father has been named for the perspective of the child. But when you come back to the man and the woman, the issue here is really a very misogynistic view that says that when a man cheats on a woman, it's okay, but when a woman cheats on a man, it's really terrible. And it's not true.
I think also most of those cases is really a man and a woman, not in like, you know, another bona fide relationship.
Yeah.
So some of them thing that occurs. And when a man or a woman thinks that, me dead for this person, she did a liar with me, or him did a liar with me, and then at the end of the day, them find out the shocking news. Some people just don't know how to deal with it. When we are not when my baby mother did left me, I'ma find out because we do 11 years, and me swear say when me get called and information say, yo, say this a go on and that, me say, yo, I can't trust my woman for going where in I world. But
yes.
And me that say me not understand how somebody that want to kill themselves. Me not say me that go kill myself, but me reach to the case which part me start think a bag of things. And then every song we start play upon the radio, it's a talk about cheating and it just start affect me. And me have to just, find myself and just, understand what it is. The fact that I read a lot and I understood a whole heap of things where life is concerned, me would not put myself in jeopardy, especially when Mrs. say, two of the most beautiful persons on earth were my kids. Me after they after them.
You're right. And she's the mother of your children, and you once loved her.
Yes.
There it is.
Yes, that's the truth. So, but you know what I think the real solution is really though? Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, just hold that thought. We're going to take a quick break. Just a quick break. People, the vibe is nice. I'm here with Mrs. Patricia Duncan-Sutherland, PNP Women's Movement President, and Amaziyah, poet, editor, writer, and a strong father, where reason both should, paternity tests be mandated at birth. So far,
it's a Bridge 99 FM. Who shops at Creative Building Finishes? You, the homeowner who creates luxurious spaces with our floor and wall tiles. The contractor and builder who are convinced that our ceramic tiles are right for the job. The architect and designer who make dreams come true with our wood look and porcelain tiles. Superior customer service, knowledgeable staff, inviting showroom, and you get where this is going, right? Shop 5 Red Hills Road or call 876-929-5553. Get tiles, get Creative Building Finishes. Hilo Food Stores puts convenience at your fingertips. Shop online between October 29th and November 30th for a chance to win an all-inclusive weekend for 4 at Sea Garden Beach Resort, Montego Bay. Shop with Visa, debit, or credit card and get a special gift upon delivery. Family abroad can easily shop for family in Jamaica. Order online at HiloFoodStoresJA.com and win big.
Authorized on Section 58.3 of the Betting Gaming and Lottery Act.
The Bridge 99 FM, the Caribbean's cultural capital. Many spending decisions in Jamaica are made overseas, whether it is to buy a house or a car or where to shop. It is important that you reach the key decision makers. Here is your chance to do just that. Get on the bridge and make your voice heard at home and abroad.
Call 876-669-5000.
Go to bed with us. Wake up with us. Spend your day with us. We're all you'll ever need. The Bridge 99 FM, on air and online all the time.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yeah, people that don't know, from here, the bad instruments, I know that this is the streets according to me, your boy Shells. And tonight we are reason about the topic, should the paternity test be dated at birth to reduce jacket vibration within our society? I'm joined by the powerful and lovely Mrs. Patricia Duncan-Sutherland, PNP Women's Movement President, and the General himself, Amaziyah, poet, editor, writer, actor. The man is just a born creative, and the biggest creation he gets to say is his children. This is our father, Mrs. Duncan-Sutherland, I cut you off.
Yeah.
You can just.
No, I wanted to make a point because Amaziyah made a big point. When he found out that his relationship was not going how he expected it to go, he found out his girl was cheating on him. And because of his own education, because of his own exposure. Although he had a lot of terrible thoughts, even about himself, he was able to overcome it. The big issue that we have in Jamaica is that we have not really taught our children and our people how to relate to each other as man to woman, how to respect each other, how to respect each other's choices, even if they don't feel comfortable for us, even if it means that it feels like it's betraying us. We don't know how to resolve those issues. And so for me, the biggest thing we need in Jamaica right here, so we call state of emergency with army on the ground. We need an army of social workers on the ground. We need people in the communities reasoning with the young people in the school, the teenagers, talking to them about real things about relationships, not just about you should only have one man or you should only have one woman, but what happens if you do not choose to, and what are the results of those choices, and what happens if you choose to, and then how do you help if you choose a monogamous relationship? How do you use, what are the techniques you use to make sure you stay faithful, etc., etc.? Teach people how to live good lives. It is possible.
As you mentioned that, as you mentioned that, and you said, you know, we need to have people on the ground. I think some of our entertainers are the responsibilities for the action of some of these people. And some of them say, you know, it's just a musical thing, but what we put out there as entertainment, you know, people absorb that, and then the action, you know, is triggered from that. So, you know, most of the contents them with them are produced and I put out now, it talks about multiple sex partners. It talks about, you know, the whole, you hear them on the radio every day and see them on even the YouTube. And I think most of our kids, especially now, because when we were younger, we never have much access to, you know, social media. And now everything depends on social media. So now that people are not so educated as it relates to understanding life, and I think most of them ignorant, it triggers these types of behaviors. So, you know, it's very important, as you mentioned, we should have people to talk to our youths. And that our we the poets.
And our older people too in the communities, because there are a lot of men and women who are getting very, you know, you talk about the transactional part of relationships.
Yeah.
That it has become so important now because people poor. So money, like all money, just like rise to the top. One time it used to rise to the top, how you make me feel good. One time it used to rise to the top, oh boy, me like reason with you, me like go out with you, me and you like to do the same things. But now it's how much money you can give me.
Precisely.
And it becomes a more transactional thing, our relationships. I want to find a way to change that.
I completely agree. Now, Mrs. Duncan-Sutherland, let's just say this whole thing was mandated, right? I'm that it shouldn't be. I'm not afraid to say that because I look young and things, so when I have no youth and things. But I think I would love to have the choice, speak with my lady, you know, and them thing there. Let's say it gets mandated. When it comes to paternity testing, should I, you know, have a say? And what if she decides that she doesn't want her man to take a paternity test? Is that an issue?
Well, if it's mandatory, she wouldn't have a choice. I don't believe she should have to. But I also do believe if a man is named on a birth certificate there and he says, I do not believe I'm the father, right, that he should have the option to do the DNA test. But that's an option, and that's his choice, right? And he shouldn't have to go to court to get the DNA test done. He should be able to say, you know, I'm being named, I would like a DNA test before my name is put on the birth certificate.
Right. No,
but not make it mandatory. That would be his choice. And then that is because of their own trust issues or whatever in their relationship. You know what I mean?
Amaziyah, she said they are foreign and thing, explain to me how the cold and then vibration there. Now, this whole thing really pop up on my radar because I've heard, I never knew this, you see me, I never knew this, that when it came to like filing for youths, you know, Jamaica, we believe in a filing and them thing for family members and thing. I mean, I hear, like, in the streets of Marys with my virgin and them used to say them hear stories like that where I through the filing thing, then find out say after all these years, you know, this youth on a mine. You understand what I mean, sir? How would that make you feel? What advice you have to give to men in situations like that? And is it fair for the states to even have a rule? I mean, for them country, don't get me wrong, but is it a fair assumption? Because let's say, like, what is the process like? Because if it's not my child, can I still file? What's the file? Is the filing process going to take longer? What's like? I don't know if you know.
Well, I have an idea about that. Sorry, but after you answer, I have an idea.
Well, I'll allow you to answer because the legal aspect of that I would not know. Me just come up here like 2 weeks ago, so me just a visit, and the I have known persons who decide. In this case, it wasn't the parent filing for the child; it was like the child filing for them father. And when everything got through, the money spent, the paperwork, the whole 9 yards, at the end of the day, he was not her dad. And it really sad. If you know, say all your life you grow up thinking that this person was a father. For me, if me look on you as my father, me still gonna call him my daddy, but me still would have want the right for know some mommy what go on right there. So I mean, you need to explain something because I would want to know my real dad. You get to me and say still will have respect for the person who fathered me because you don't really have to be biologically attached for me say yes, me still call him my dad. So everybody deal with things differently, but that's just my perspective. Miss Duncan, Sutherland, as you were saying.
No, man, no problem. I was the chair of the adoption board some time ago. So some cases came to me. The same issue where in the US they are trying to migrate. They do the test and they get a DNA test that says they're not the father. And in many cases, the fathers adopted the children so that they could carry them.
Okay. So it can work through adoption.
You could work it through adoption. And for those adoptions, we made sure that those went through very quickly because those families wanted to stay together. There's also something I want to tell you, that sometimes because the DNA test, it was fairly new, and there's a cheaper one and a more expensive one. Sometimes the cheaper one can be wrong.
Oh.
And so you redo it and then you find out that it is right.
So you have seen cases where the DNA test been done and it was incorrect?
Correct.
Okay. So hold on a second.
Like it's a cheap test kit.
So hold on, no. That means so then you have some father who them never really want mind the picture in front of them here say, and for them just done with it.
Yes.
Not knowing so the test could be redone.
Yes. So, but that's why I said these are not things I don't believe that the state should be mandating. The state should be, you understand? The state must facilitate people living good together. The state must facilitate if they find out that something is not going right in their relationship, that they can go and test it, but not to mandate that the paternity test must be done and who is going to be named as the father. You're getting into people's business now.
No, I do, clearly comprehend, understanding more about this whole thing. Because I just look upon it from a perspective that, the man for knowing picnic, but, understanding the whole 9 years about it now, I get a clearer vision.
Yeah, man. And the truth is, if you want to prevent jackets, you have to go try and mandate that women can only sleep with one man at a time. And me want to know how you're going to mandate that now. Those men they would have been, but they couldn't go to all
That cannot be mandated because she still a go one man for date.
That's correct. And then you could go to all you could go down to New Kingston, man would have it. So that can't mandate. So sometimes you just stay out of people's business. That's not the state's business.
I really like. Oh, you did start that, Mrs. Duncan-Sutherland. You really just kick off with that by saying the state should just stay out of people's business in that regard, because it's true. It's really a family issue. You know what I mean? Because I know it's unfair to me, and I'm going to ask a question now. It's unfair of me who do have a child, but you see that relationship. I don't know. You see me. I have pets, right? And I know it's a weird thing, but like, when you say that baby, even if it's not yours, Wow, them ask me what DNA from first. No, leave me alone. I'm just trying to relate here.
Here, I know you're trying to relate to your pet. Not quite a good, it's not a good analogy to use, really.
But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Different strokes for different folks. What I know is for men in the society who've been affected by this jacket mentality, because it's a lot. I don't know who is affected more. You know, is it the man or is it the child? Where you know?
Or is it the woman?
There it is. Well, to speak about the men who are affected by this mentality, do you have any advice for them, Mrs. Duncan-Sutherland?
Listen, if you are in a relationship with a person, as you had said, and I'm not pronouncing your name right now, it's Amaziyah?
Amaziyah.
Amaziyah.
Precisely.
Right. If you are in a relationship with your partner and you trust your partner, enjoy that relationship for the time that you do, and enjoy everything that comes out of that relationship. If you find reason to stop trusting your partner, know that you can't change, nothing changes the fact that what you had was something good between the two of you. Right? But then if your trust is broken, it is now the time to move on. But it doesn't change the fact that you have now grown to love your child, whether you are and I will put it like this, the sperm donor for that child or not. You are the father for that child. I have an adopted brother. Does he make it less my brother because the sperm that created him and the egg that created him is not my father or my mother's sperm and egg? It doesn't make it any less. He's not any less my brother. He's my full brother. We've grown up together. We have all of our experiences together. We share our family moments together. We share our dreams together. It's the same for you as a man.
Agreed.
It's the same for you as a man.
Yeah. Real reason, you see me? And even you as well, Mrs. Duncan-Sutherland, love the real street mentality and just the relatability. But Amaziyah, I want to tell the truth. I can tell you believe in the elevation of mindset for our people. Can we realistically elevate above this jacket mentality?
It will, as Duncan-Sutherland said, we need to have people on the ground. It will take some long and hard work to get this on a level where we can look past that, because the mindset the mindset level of the people now is somewhat deteriorating, and I think we need to start, put it up. Just like, all right, you see how them step up with the C19 commercial, even in a foreigner, it's like 5 minutes not past, I'm gonna hear it. So we have to start, educate our people about, the importance of life and family, the importance of relationships, the importance of learning how to reason, how to respect, and how to trust a partner. And you hear me not come in with love yet, because we have to start off with the RRT, the reason, the respect, and the trust. Because if you can't reason, no respect not go there. And if you don't respect the person, you can't trust the person. So people have to just learn how to just practice truth from the initial stage. And that's just how me see it.
Wow. Perfect.
Hey, you two, are you too young to remember the campaign? I'm pretty sure you are. Two is better than too many. Long ago in Jamaica, we thought that women were having too many children. Well, we were actually. Our population was growing too fast. And we did a campaign, two is better than too many. And we put social workers on the ground, we put nurses on the ground to go and talk to people about, that is when them just introduced the first time we hear about, what do you call it? Birth control. They used to call it Pearl. Pearl was the brand. And at the time we had some condoms. The first time you hear about condom, I don't remember what the condom did name.
Right.
But it was introduced and everybody was encouraged to use condoms and to take birth control. It was a very successful campaign. It took about 5 years, but we changed the mindset about Jamaicans. And then Jamaicans started choosing when to have children.
Well, that's a perfect note. And, Mrs. Duncan-Sutherland and Amaziyah, the people in the streets that protest and say, we need to stretch out the show a little longer, because I find it a pleasure learning from you guys and every guest been on the show so far. Thank you so much.
Before the show done, hold on, before it done, more so one quick look up poem as it relates to, domestic violence and all these things, because let me know if we can do it real quick.
Yeah, 30 seconds, Amaziyah.
30 seconds. All right. Pam was sad and sulky because Roy always made her cry. He was too busy being a boisterous bully plus a sour, selfish guy. She was somewhat bewildered as tears rained from her weeping eyes. Her relationship wasn't smooth sailing, so she told him goodbye. He yelled, "Hey, if you ever leave, damn, you're gonna die. I'm the one who makes you and I'll break you, so go on if you want to try." The nosy neighbor from next door shouted, "Somebody call police." She was by her usual spot at the zinc fence where she peeped. Mary was too busy taking a selfie to share a Facebook post. Suddenly start recording and virally shared it most. The preaching pastor came praying, but counsel never worked. Pam ran away the following day when Rob was out for work. She later found Dick, who gave her firm attention. She enjoyed having sex, but oops, no protection. Few months later, she was pregnant. No baby father was around. Her mind went googling, but Dick was never found. Billy shortly took her up and offered for her to be his bride. She was more than delighted and promised never to leave his side. He thought he was the baby's father. Happiness displayed evidently in his eyes. Billy felt silly when he found out it wasn't so and later commit suicide. Pam never had good education. She sold back juice to make ends meet. Few months after she gave birth, she was selling her body on the streets. Life journey get intricate. She prayed and said, "Oh God, I can't take no more." A year after, she bought a car. So hey, we're not gonna further. It's on YouTube. Check it out, my people.
I will check it out for real.
Amaziyah, man.
Yes,
Yo,
yes.
people that that has been. And now maybe I'll drop out of my chair. Wow.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you. Thank you so much, Mrs. Patricia Duncan-Sutherland, PNP
Nice to hear.
President. Amaziyah, big bad point. No
Yes,
respect.
yes.
Check
Miss
out my-
Duncan-Sutherland, thanks for being
Respect.
here among this, lovely bridge. You get to me and say,
Yes.
Shells, big respect for having me here. Big up all of the fans them all across the globe. Abby Abs, Van, everybody from the Bridge Nation, the Spanish Town, Jamaica. Big up on yourself, enough respect. Phil from
All
Canada,
right.
mother, father, everybody. Big respect.
No
And it's
respect.
been a lovely, lovely show. This has been The Streets According to me, your boy Shells. Enough love and respect. See you guys next week.
Yes, Darkas inside you. Darkas, me there. You there. I was in Jersey like 2 nights ago. Seeing me there at the Red Bull Arena. But me there all about Darkas. Let me just see if me can just chat to my people them. So yes, that was an interview on Bridge99 FM with Shells. You get to me and say, Abby, big respect. Van, enough respect. Styles P, Phil, Wagwan, big Darkest, me there in New York right now. Seeing so, me not too far from you. Yeah. It is what it is. Me still cool, even though me there in the house. New York, cool. Bad. My mother, me see her call me, but Mom, I could not accept the call because I was on a live interview. You get to me and say, so at the bridge interview that, it was a sudden thing. I couldn't even do the promotion to tell people, say, yeah, I got up on the bridge 99 once more again. And I got tired to see my face because that's not the first and it will not be the last. Just about 2 weeks or so ago, I was interviewed by the queen of radio, Mama Elise Kelly. Yes. And it was a phenomenal experience once more again. And the first Mama Elise I interviewed me, but I don't know it is what it is. The journey continues. You get to me and say, we say great, we are the gateway while the sunshine we make. Hey, big respect to all of the fans all across the globe who've been supporting Amaziyah the Great over the years. We never stop. We keep going and going like that Energizer Bunny. Work hard for what we want. And we're not. And we will never do nothing funny. You get to me and say, the journey continues and we never stop. You know why? Words of wisdom in my mind me a feed. My philosophy books me a read. Knowledge over war me say yes indeed. Vocabulary higher them can't stop me speed. Got words of wisdom in my mind me a feed. I yan Lavans and summer books me a read. Darkest knowledge over war me say yes indeed. Style P. Vocabulary higher them can't stop me speed. If you want to know your past, check books about your history, books about the facts, Fiction and the mystery. Books about scientists who tell you about chemistry. Romantic novels make me get next to mixy. When I read no fairy tale, them think them gonna teach me picnic. But not a nursery rhyme because them think they sick me. Dirty Babylon now no can't come trick me. Cause words of wisdom in me mind me a feed. Marcus Garvey philosophy books me a read. Knowledge over war me say yes indeed. I be moving on. No matter how them a chat me. Moving on. Cause none of them can stop me. Moving on. Me see the darkest. From Ambroskull to Amaziyah, change my name and step up higher. Live a like a Messiah, read a psalm, chant a prayer. Crampy them a vampire, then we light them with a fire. But take them dirty Gaia. Burn them with some tire. Women we admire like Alicia and Mariah. Women get me quiet, looking good with them attire. Yeah, you tell me me die while I do that, me I get wiser. Prosperity me desire, no way, me not retire. Moving on, no matter how them a chat me. Moving on. Chatting about them rule, who them think them fool. Me waiting for the second when me hear the sound kaboom. Instead of bad, me tell them cool. And the wickedness resume, me see it from afar. So them all getting doomed. You wish me not home, come on, that too soon. Me just a get warm. You still a hear no tune. Just start to bloom. No afraid take a zoom. If you think I'm hot, no, that's just my fumes. Moving on, no matter how them a chat me. Moving on, none of them can stop me. Been so long since me sit down and wait. Now my blast off like a rocket in a space. Our text some boy come and skin up them face. The traffic come here because me don't have me space. Believe me, grieve me, we never have it easy. Suffer from a small darkest. Enough try to deceive me. Me aim up the direction, step towards my dreamy. Enough for play it, show them never get for mislead me. Moving on, no matter how them are. I'm in a happy mood. Because I find happy groove. Nobody showing a rotten mood. Attitude, show look gratitude. You know what going on, Neil Morgan? Some say them hard and then I know the core. Say them I run yard and then I know the shores. When I run down hype on you for know for sure. I'm like you saying I'm gonna bowl for goal. My music soothe and explore your soul. Get you in a happy groove, make you dance the floor. Your girlfriend likes just the way I'm a roll. Plus half the story will never be told. I'm in a happy mood. Big ups to my sister Quality. Tell them precisely. Big up all of my siblings. Them I don't know the thing. Go be pick them nation and Johnny. Big up on yourself. Enough respect in every aspect. It's a great way. It's the gateway while the sunshine we make. Big up the beautiful, spontaneous Miss Gillan Murray. Tell them say everything Chris Carpenter and Corey. Verona, Michelle from New York. Tell them precisely. We'll never stop. Bridge99fm, big up on yourself. Thanks for that interview. I really appreciate all of you. Yes. So as Mr. The journey continue, we never stop. Same peculiar look in my eyes. Mama, she worried in a corner cry. Same peculiar look, you're wondering why. Nothing I go on no matter how me try. Gillan Murray, me no time for gamble, you no make me two dice. Tired and me fed up of the suffer a poor life. No food, same clothes, me in for 4 nights. Mama, she a ball, and now she gets sore eyes in the dips. I'm a trouble, some say me for no Christ. You miss to be rich, pushing Benz and Rolls Royce elevate. My people from this misery low life educate and teach the youth them to grow right. Same peculiar look in my eyes. Mama, she worried in a corner. Me nah give up. My mama say hurry find apartment, start rent. Bills overdue, and me nah put 1 cent on me there on my PC and that no make damn sense. Nonsense, she say to bother her conscience. Hurry up and leave soon, feel well one theme room. Children nah, you know, nah have a clean room. Chaos, confusion. Say she no like it. Claim say me stubborn up, perhaps me a fight it. It's okay, I'm gonna be alright. But nah give up as long as I got life. After the storm closed, then there comes lights. In God I put my trust, everything's alright. My baby mother somehow no likes me, no permanent job and her sisters to fight me. Jackie and Keisha make me tell her precisely, you know my league, much less for spite me. The whole I wanna combine at the least in my thoughts, plus you know fear fuck and even the thoughts. Still love the quality that me keep in my heart. And if she leave it, the seas, the beat in my heart. It's okay, I'm gonna be, me and the sister them good. Me and her mother, good. Yes, it's just song. So you don't know it is what it is. It was what it was. And now we keep moving on to higher heights. Tell them precisely. Great way is the gateway. Crime under violence, we must get it out. Guns popping and stopping every day busting out. War start now, can't partner when brains splashing out. People screaming, them weeping, enough tears dashing out. Crime under violence, yo, multi-talented, Mr. will never stop. 13 years ago, Tom accidentally kill a friend. Him go foreign and come back and him their yard chill again. thought it was over and pick up 6 of them over a decade now and shots start to drill again. It's cold and bitter, innocent blood a spill again. Them a call 119 and can't get rid of them. Mill of them have killer friends and none of them not grin again. It's kill or be killed. Now gunshots start sing again. The crime and the violence we must get. Enough for them boy only sing and talk about nastiness and profanity and violence and crime. And them not teach the youth them nothing for uplift them minds. We burn them out, tell them precisely. We don't care the guy or the girl or who. Enough for not deal with too much nastiness, too much evilness. And I deteriorate the youth them mind. Amaziyah the great say it loud, say it proud. Me, burn on out. You get what I say because what will the next generation be? We don't want to support positivity. We don't just want to support one bag of nastiness, chaos, and confusion. I want to see the youth them take it to action. I wonder what go on. I want to promote them and support them to the fullest. And that's why them come menace to society. Now we have young females not understand their worth. So them feel like them can go around and have multiple men. Sex partner and understand what life is and how to treat themselves. Me not gonna talk about people. People don't know if to treat themselves these days. Our boys don't even know if to treat the ladies. So when them grow up, them come beasts or people. Raping, robbing, killing our people. Abducting children and women. All because I want to fuel their minds with. I want to see the action come to full force. And I wonder what I go on. And I wonder what kind of world we are living in. Tell them precisely. We say greatness, never fakeness. Now for them feel like them could have stopped the youth them, but the youth them arise. Them never thought I'd reach this far, but look, they keep on open for Amaziyah the great shine bright like stars. Looking at them feel so surprised they are. 24 Private Road, Fraser's content, Spanish Town, Jamaica, this summer represent, designed for create rhymes, brand new, different, excellent, quality, lyrically content, you can relate to my rhymes, me not chat no nonsense, girls them a small cause them like me accent, me used to go dental tech, well intelligent, me grow a featherbed lane, experience hard, times in the garrison, now me independent, me have a label precisely, great amazement, with their foreigner endorse it, we taking it immense, big up everybody who support my films and embrace my talents because me alone, me couldn't do this all by myself. Watch, like, comment, share this, make the world see and hear this. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Precisely Great. Follow me on TikTok at Artist Craig Kirkland. Big up all the spontaneous fans, them all across the globe. Enough respect, enough love. Big up all of you people. Much love, maximum respect to all of you. Tell them precisely. Great where the gateway while the sunshine we make greatness, never fakeness. Yes,